runs out, till the love runs out, till the love runs out. I've got my mind made up and I can't let go. I'm killing every second till it saves my soul. I'll be running till the love runs out, till the love runs out. And we'll start a fire and we'll shut it down till the love runs out, till the
All right, that was just a little introduction there, letting let everybody know that we're signing on and we are live, and we're here and with Danni Stefanetti, and she is way out in California and Palm Springs, having a great time. The weather's great, I know it is.
It
We're
is.
yeah, we didn't have frost here. We-
Oh, hi,
and
Jerry. Thanks for having me on again. It's great to see you. It's been a little while since our last interview, but it's great to see you.
yeah, it's great to see you too. You're looking great, and you've got all kind of crazy things going with you. I mean, you're wide open everywhere. I've been kind of following you ever since our conversation that we had last time, and I said, "Wow, she's over here, she's over there, and doing great." And you've got a great new song out, "Rock and Roll in My Soul." Now, when we talked before, we was talking with you was with William Golden, and and I was thinking, well, she's more on the countryside there, but this took it on to another level, and I loved it. I love the video.
Thank you. Yeah, this is a rocker. This song, that's for sure. So it was really fun to make it, and yeah, it's so different from the duet that I just released in September.
Quite a bit, yes. But it had a lot of. I mean, it was a great beat to it. Like it kind of shocked me in a minute because I was thinking. I guess I had country in my mind, but you do a bit more of that. You kind of do both, and of course you're one of the greatest guitars. Is just wonder someone that just swapped you up just if you get her playing.
Oh,
And
thank you.
now, who actually who did your video? Because it's a neat video. I like the way the radio comes on, and we're going to show a little clip over here in a moment.
Yeah, Jeffrey Panzer executive produced it, and also Evan B. Stone was editing it with Jeffrey, and also Zoe, Evan's daughter, came up to film it with Evan, and yeah, it was in the editing session, and I'm just so happy with how it came out. They took my live performance and we merged it with the studio version of the recording. So.
Now, where was the venue at that you was at when they did the recording?
That was the Yucaipa Performing Arts Centre, and I was opening for Mark Farner of Grand Funk Railroad, and I had like an hour set up there on the big stage, and I really had like a rocking set. Most of it was my songs from Danny's Diamonds album, and yeah, it was like pretty much an all up tempo set, and it was a crazy time up there. I had such a fun time
A
that
Grand Funk.
day.
Well, Grand Funk Radio is one of my old favorites. I tell you what,
Really?
I ain't heard them in a long time, and I said, "Wow,
Yeah.
that had to be neat." You get
Yeah,
to
I
meet
got
all
to
these.
see Mark Farner backstage, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to catch a set because I had to leave, but I thanked him for having me on the bill, and it was a really good concert. Hmm.
You get to meet all these great people, all these great artists, and I know that you learn from that, don't you? I mean, you just pick up all these other. It's almost like you you get a free university lesson right
Yeah,
there
well,
in music.
I went to the School of Hard Knocks because, yeah, most of the people I look up to are older than me. And I left school in my final year, year 12, we call it year 12, but you call it probably grade 12. And
Uh-huh.
I was like, I don't know, it was like, hadn't turned 17 yet. I was about 16. I left school to basically do rock and roll, to go on tour. And I got invited to play some shows with Glenn Shroke of the Little River Band, and I was opening for rock artists in Australia for a very young age. So I knew this was going to be my career. There was nothing else I wanted to go to college for, maybe art, but I mean, that would be just as hard as music. So I
Well,
always knew the guitar was
right.
coming with me.
You're getting your college education in music and art. You're right, and
Yeah.
gosh, I can tell. When we was, of course, with my age back then, school wasn't very important. And so, believe me, I quit in the 10th grade, but I
You
didn't come
did?
successful like you at all. But I did
No.
go back and get my bachelor's degree at
Cool.
university. But later
Yeah.
on, later
I
on in
thought I
years,
can always go back if I need to. You know what it's like. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think you're going to need to. As fast as
Yeah.
you're growing
I don't
now,
think I could like go back and study anyway. I don't think I really want to.
hey, I
I'd
don't
rather do
blame you.
music.
When I first went back, I thought, "Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, this is crazy, me
Yeah.
going back to this."
It's like a
But,
shock to the system, isn't it?
it is, but you've got a lot of songs out that you've written, performed. I think that the timing was on, and let's see, you got me thinking of you, and let's see, living in the past, change the color of my sky, and I mean, you got all these songs for a young age. I'm thinking, wow, you really. I mean, to me, it's you got the hard part than just finishing high school. You've got the hard part because you've got to learn how to play the music, and I just don't see how you can play and sing at the same time. I'd be so confused.
um, yeah, I was writing about. Yeah, I had about 200 songs by the time I left school. You know, and I've written a lot
Goodness,
since after then. But I did record like a few EPs straight out, fresh out of high school. But then as the years have passed, I've made more recordings and learned how to produce and engineer. But it's been such a wild ride, really. It's just been
what
so crazy. I
actually
just can't even believe where it's taken me.
yeah, you got a gift is what you have. I mean, that to me,
Thank you.
with without really studying music and learning on your own and uh,
Well, I play by ear.
oh wow,
Yeah, I can't read music.
you got to be kidding.
No.
My,
I
you do
can
have
write music, but I can't read it. I can't. Like if you put me in a if you gave me sheet music, I wouldn't be able to read it. But you could play me the recording and I'll memorize it and sing it back to you. But I just can't do the sheet music. I
oh,
don't know how to read it.
that's amazing.
We all learn differently, you know.
We do, we definitely
Mhm.
do, and to me, when you listen to it and you play it, to me that that's more than a gift to me because than reading it because
Yeah, because you hear
we
it. I just like hear the notes, you know. It's like when I see the guitar fretboard, all those pentatonic scales light up for me, and I see all the scales, and I know where my fingers should go. It's like muscle memory. And then vocally, I know like my harmonies and my thirds and my fifths. I
Mhm.
just can't read it on a notebook, but I can sing it for you. It's a strange thing. It's just like I wouldn't know how to like play the piano and read it, sight read. I guess that's what it is. So I had this thing that back in high school. I don't know if you had to join the choir in order to be part of the music. Well, at my school we did, and I couldn't join the choir because I couldn't. I wasn't a theory person. So, but then I found the Jimi Hendrix and the Steve Ray Vaughns, and they're all like play by ear.
Right.
So I related with that.
Oh, so now that they didn't let you play in the choir or anything like that, now look at you and go,
Oh, but
aha.
they let me perform a lot at school, like at assemblies, and like they were really supportive of my music. I just did things a little different.
Well, that's great. That is great. Now,
Yeah,
this rock and roll in my soul. Where
yeah,
did you come up with this at? What inspired you to say, okay, I'm going to rock this?
yeah. So there was a song I wrote in my teens called "Crazy for Loving You," and that's when I was going through my rock era. And I came back from Nashville like in 2023. I was working with like just listening to William's song. We were going to start writing it, and that's before it got released. And I came back and I said to my manager, like, what are we going to do now? And he's like, let's do a rock record. I said, wow. I came back from Country City. Music City. So I was like, had country music going through me, but I kind of changed my look a little bit. I started dressing up my leather pants and painting them and doing all crazy stuff. And these songs, I wrote six songs in 2 afternoons, 6 songs each day. And I put my voice memo out, and these songs started pouring out of me. And then we had the record basically in 2 days. And then it took a couple of weeks for us to co-produce it, and me how to learn how to record, and got a laptop and a microphone interface and all the what I needed to be able to make a grand recording with drums, bass, but I had to play all the instruments because we were doing this from scratch. And that's where I did a bit of a curveball. I could have gone like into ballads again, but I decided to switch it up and go back to my roots, which was back to those riff driven songs that I grew up with, like Peter Frampton, like Clapton. And there's nothing funner than getting up on a big stage like the Ukaipa performance and rocking out and getting down on my knees and getting up to the amp and doing what I used to study, Double Trouble by Stevie Ray Vaughan. I wanted to do that because it looked so fun. I just didn't have the cigarette at the end of the guitar thing. but you know, it was like, I'm like living out my dream. Like, I've always wanted to rock out. So here we are.
Wow. The question I got for you is that you're performing out there and you're doing a lot of songs, and how do you keep from your voice getting wore out or running out of breath? Or, I mean, because some of the songs, just like this, Rock and Roll My Soul, and you got other songs in there, that's a lot.
Yeah, I think that comes from years of gigging because, like, I have been basically for a living doing, sometimes I do like 3-4 shows a week, and then I have seasons where there's nothing. But like, I'm usually constantly using my voice, whether it's in rehearsals or the studio or live shows. And a lot of my live shows are 3-4 hours long. Like, so that voice just kind of, it's like a muscle. Like, if you run every day, it's just always getting used. So it's become a bit of a habit, and it's like almost like my nervous system gets into like aligned when I am singing, and I run a lot, so I think that helps my lungs to keep
Develop.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to play your song "Rock and Roll in My Soul." If you just
Yeah.
would play just a little bit of there. Let me click a button here. I love the old timey radio on it.
Hello everybody, it's Gary Stuckey with Real Music. The Australian sensation Danni Stefanetti is back.
This is called Rock and Roll in My Soul. Baby, have you got my number? I've been thinking about you all summer. I know you got your eyes on the camera, but I've been thinking about no other. I like the way I wear my blue jeans, riding with you down in New Orleans. Take me back to 17, but really didn't care about a thing. You were spinning that rock and roll. You were drinking, living it up from coast to coast. You were spinning that rock and roll. Some things don't get old. I got rock and roll in my soul. In my soul.
I bet that was fun. It's fun to watch. I noticed in this, you had some
Such a
horns.
great time.
You had some
I
horns
was
in.
such on cloud nine. I was such on cloud nine that I forgot some of the stuff I even brought with me to the show. That's how otherworldly. I was in another place that day.
Yes, but that's a fun place to be, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Now,
Took me a while to come down from that show.
yeah, and looked like the others had fun too. And I noticed
Yeah.
the horns is I love the horn sections in music, and
Thank
you
you.
brought that in there. It's brought on some.
Kind of different.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
It's not what I usually put in any of my recordings. That was the first time I pretty much used brass like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
different.
that was good. That was a good touch on
Yeah,
it.
I guess we're in America. There's Motown. You know, why not? Rock and Motown goes together.
Exactly. I've got a friend of mine. His name is Motown Bobby, and
Ooh.
he DJs. But his uncle is uh, gosh, I lost my mind on it. And I hate to do that. Uh, Smokey Robinson.
Ooh, wow.
That's his uncle, and
Jeez.
and so and he plays a lot of Motown music, so we would call him Motown Bobby.
Oh, I love that. Beautiful. Well, hi, Motown Bobby, if you're watching.
Oh, he loves to watch everything. He loves music. He just well, of course, he's born into it with his uncle and all. Uh, Now I know we only got like a couple more minutes here, and where are some of the places that you'll be playing that you want to have people come out and see you,
Yeah.
and also where can this is going to be released for sale in November 6th? Am I correct?
Mhm. Yep.
And you can tell them
Like,
also where they can get it.
yeah. So this song, "Rock and Roll in My Soul," comes out November 6th. But my tour dates, all my videos and press, like everybody can go to my website, DanniStefanetti.com, and I have like all my updates on there and my tour dates. And also my CDs are available there. I have koala bundles and posters and all sorts of crazy things. But basically, you can find my Instagram, Facebook, and like all my other social media platforms centralized on my website.
They can even get the koala bears.
Again. My little koala bears are my listeners, my supporters. I call my koalas.
Yeah. Did you back home? Did you have a pet koala, a real one, or
Of course I did. I'm just
yeah?
kidding. I don't know if I'm not sure if we're allowed to have them as pets, and I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't. I
They're
mean,
kind of
it,
somewhat an
well, that would be
endangered
neat.
species. Yeah,
Yeah, they look so cute and everything. Like
they're
you would
so
just
cute.
love to have one for a pet. But
Yeah, I would love to have one as a pet. Uh, you know, they're just so beautiful, and I have had like in Australia, got to hold them before and all that, but I don't have a pet one. But
yeah,
that would be amazing if I did.
it was. It just they just look so cute. That's what I mean. It's
Yeah,
like a little teddy bear.
yeah,
That's probably like me trying to pet a big bear. They're probably angry at that.
yeah.
Well, I know you got some other interviews to do, and I know you had
Oh.
some, we had to cut this a little shorter, but it's probably what a little bit after 7 o'clock at where you're at,
Well, we have
and
got another 5-10 minutes actually. It's up to you because this is the last interview of the night. Yeah.
oh well, great.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you have any more questions?
well, what have you got planned for your next song? You got one in mind, or you've been working on that you
You know,
can just?
we haven't really decided yet. There's a couple that I'm thinking for the next record, but it's kind of like a very spontaneous thing. I mean, even the we were sitting on that YouTube music video for a couple of months and woke up one day and went, "What the heck? Why are we not like releasing this?" And I just put it out on Sunday, and that was like a the day of type of thing. Let's put it out. And I'm not sure what the next single is, but it'll probably be different to "Rock and Roll in My Soul," the next one. But there's quite a few rockers on this album, so I'm not really sure which one to do next. Like, we'll have to think about it. I'll let the
Well,
people tell us. I'm gonna see what people think. Yeah, from the
well,
live shows and stuff.
I think they're going to like this right here. I think this can be even incorporated into a line dance.
Really,
Yes, yes.
people line dance to this.
Right. Because with the beat of it and the way I've seen a lot of people do take even like Pink Cadillac and made it into a line dance. Uh, yes, and so yeah, and then that'd be so cool, and see everybody doing all that shuffling together and things, and
I've
they
never
won't.
thought of that, but that's a great idea. I mean, I wonder if people could line dance to this. That would be epic. I would love to see it.
Well, maybe someone would do that and send a video to us.
Yes, that would.
That
I'm all for it.
now, you say you run.
Yes, I love running.
How many miles are you running?
Well, I run for about 40 minutes to an hour, but not like super fast. It's more of a cross country pace.
Oh,
It's
okay.
more of a jog than a run.
I have a friend of mine. He runs about 5 miles every morning, and I'm saying, wow,
Awesome.
right? I don't even want to drive 5 miles in the morning. I walk to the mailbox and jog back. It's pretty well lit.
Right. It's good to keep
But you
fit.
look great and healthy, and you have to stay in
Thank you.
shape to perform because people don't realize that you're not only performing, but you've got to get all this stuff ready to perform. You get with the band, and uh, I'm sure you probably help move some of the equipment, and
I move it all, yeah.
yeah, and that's
I carry my guitars, my amp, my pedal board. At every gig, I'm my own roadie. It used to be when I was in Australia, I had my dad to help me, but now that I'm in America, yeah, I do have to be my own roadie.
I
People
understand.
look at me sometimes. They're like, "Are you carrying all that? Are you all right with all that?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is my exercise."
Well, you get used to it. I carry a lot of
Yeah,
equipment
you do.
when I go off on site. I've got a whole van full of stuff, and I'm my own roadie. And
Yeah,
but I'm kind of particular too. So when people come up and say,
yeah,
"Let me help you load this up," I said, "No, I pretty well got it because I want to pack certain things in certain
yeah,
places." And you probably do the same thing. You
yeah.
know
I'm the
what?
same. Because like, if someone else helps you like load it, you forget if you got everything. So it's
Right.
better if you put it in. Yeah, that's why it's just quicker like to like load it all in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. Especially because when I go to get something, I know exactly where it's at. And if it's not there, I says, "Oh, I laid it somewhere else," because I have done that before too.
Yeah, we all have. Oh, wait
But
a minute, leave that guitar stand. Oh, you got it. No, you got it.
have you ever had any of those moments on stage that where you start to sing, maybe your mic went on, you didn't have your guitar that's plugged in one place, or something like that? You ever had any of
Oh,
those moments?
every show I have some kind of Danny moment. I mean, there was one that happened the other night actually. Oh yeah, this was a bit embarrassing. I mean, I've had a fake eyelash. That's why I don't wear them any. I tried it one of the first times I wore it. It flew off into someone's like into the wind into someone's cup. It was like whoopsie. But there was one show I did, and you don't realize how much you actually do need light when you're playing guitar. I had my ring light on, and then I turned it. I faced it a different way, and it was an outside gig. So that was the only light I had was the ring light, and I switched it away, and it wasn't facing my fretboard anymore. So it was just dark, and I thought my fingers knew where to go, but I couldn't see where I was. So I was like, oh, I went to the wrong chord, and I had to get that with my foot. I had to get the ring light over and get some light because I said, oh, I can't play in the dark.
Well, see, a lot of people don't realize your lighting is very important. Even with me, I've got two huge, big lights, one behind me, one over
Yeah,
here, and you've got to be able to see where most of them say, "Well, I can see you up there," but when you're doing some fine playing and
yeah,
things like this and other things going, you got to have some bright lights. Well, they might think the lights are pretty, but they're for a purpose, aren't they?
yeah. I now know that you can't turn the whole place dark and continue playing your riffs because as much as your muscle memory knows where to go, you still need to see 3, 5, 7, 9. You still got to at least know where you are.
Exactly, and that's kind of when I set up things, I have to start usually about 20 minutes, 30 minutes before. I'll go ahead and get everything set up. I'll replay it just to make sure everything, the sounds coming in here, because I have to run chords in a different directions.
Yeah.
I just had an interview at 8 o'clock today,
Oh,
tonight.
wow.
And so with that structure was totally different than what we're doing here, because
Yeah.
that person was here, in front of me, and
Oh,
doing the.
okay.
So I'm using my 4K cameras and doing all this stuff. Where
Oh,
versus
wow.
here, I've got to do this. I got a teleprompter that I use, and
Oh,
they
wow.
keeps me on track.
That's good. That's good.
They don't see me clicking it, and it's usually right directly in front of me. I can click it and read. Claims that I cheat.
Oh.
Now, when you're playing your music, like, do you have your iPad up there that you swipe that you with the music, or do you got all these songs memorized?
Oh, yeah, I memorize. Everything's very spontaneous. I do have a set list on the ground. That set list never stays like that. I look at it and then I end up somewhere else. I'm shocked with that. I never stick to it.
Well,
If I had a band, I would somewhat stick to it, but they kind of need to follow me.
I bet the band has fun with that, don't they?
Yeah. Sometimes, I had this show out in Arizona, and I took my band out there, and I said to the bass player, "Hey, I'm going into a mad solo. I'm going to get you to cover and come do some harmonies with me. You're going to lead this song. I'm going to the back where the drummer is. We're going to jam it out." I said, "You're taking over the vocals." And he was like, "What?" you know.
Well, he ought to feel proud
Good fun.
that you trusted him with the vocals.
Yeah, but he already can sing. He just was like, "No, no, I'm not a singer," but he does. He has his solo project, so I know he can sing.
Oh, so you just let him go ahead and showcase that, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, how far do you venture out? I know you go to Nashville and places like that, because when you're doing the itinerary, you really got to look at what can you get there in time, and has there been some close calls?
With like missing things or
Well, getting
like.
close that your timings. Well, I need to be there then, but you got a little bit later.
No, my last press tour with William in Nashville, everything was on time. We had a publicist, and it was like really, really smooth. So that was all good. Most of my Zooms, like a lot of them were on someone's Zoom and different things, and they were really great. Um, yeah, I haven't had an issue with time. It's usually like I'm there like really early, and then like you have to wait for other bands and things like that, and
Yeah.
and sometimes it's not what time, it's more I've had issues with malfunctions with outfits and things. I'm real clumsy, so anytime I try to wear white or have an outfit dry clean and ready to go, I spill something, and it's like, I gotta change, everybody. And it's like, yeah, it's usually a malfunction of some sort.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
But see, I didn't even think about the wardrobe changing and stuff like that. Because I'm a man, we just throw something on, go out there. We don't care if we spill something on it. But
Yeah, for
it's
real,
different.
it's like everything. Yeah, it's I always try to like bring an extra pair of jeans, just like with skirts and dresses sometimes, like depending if you're sitting and different, and especially with performing, like I always bring extra pair of jeans just in case, because I know what I'm like, just like clumsy as anything.
Yeah, I can go outside and wife say, "Hey, you got the spot on your shirt." Ah, it's okay. Nobody gonna see it. And
Yeah.
so everybody, to her, is like a big neon light on it
Right. Right.
that
Like,
everybody
oh, can
sees.
I use my hair? Can I put my hair over it?
You cut your hair?
Huh?
Did you say you cut your hair?
Oh no, I could put my hair over it. You got to cover with my
Oh,
hair.
oh, okay.
Just
See, I don't have no hair to hide.
okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost there.
Yeah.
But no, it sounds like you have a great time. And someone told me one time that if you work a job you love, you never work a day in life.
That's so
And
true. Yeah.
yeah. So do you you get to call home and talk to the parents and or FaceTime with them?
Yeah, I FaceTime and I get to talk to my grandparents, my parents, my friends back home, and it's always nice to hear from them as well. Yeah, they
Yeah.
love what I'm doing out here in America, and I miss them a lot. I miss them a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard
Well,
sometimes.
well, did you get a chance to go back and visit?
Not really. With all that's happened with my career out here and with shows and tours and Nashville and different things, I haven't had a legit break to like go home. But I really do want to like get home the next time I can. So yeah.
Right. Well, I hope you get to go home around at least Christmas time or close by.
Yeah. Right.
Be
Exactly. Right.
And speaking of Christmas, I was going to ask you too that do you have any Christmas songs that you plan on maybe releasing or would like to release?
I've written some in the past, but I mean, I haven't recently got any Christmas songs. But you never know. I may feel like doing one
Yeah,
and
most
writing a banger like Mariah Carey or something. You know?
exactly. I don't know too many artists that has not sung some Christmas songs.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
very
we
essential.
hear all types of versions and things like maybe rocking around the Christmas tree. This rock and soul, yes.
Yeah, I love Christmas songs, Christmas movies. Yeah, I would actually love to produce a Christmas song. That could be really really cool.
Yeah.
I yeah.
What is your what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Hmm. Oh yeah, Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've watched that so many times. It was such a good movie. Oh, the cookies! Oh, not the cookies! And he's got the hot cookies, and he spills the eggnog on the wife, and it's a great movie. Turbo Man. You know
Yes.
it.
Oh, yes.
I've
And
got the real Turbo Man at home.
my favorite one is National Lampoon Christmas Vacation
Oh yeah, yeah,
with
that's
Chevy
great.
Chase.
Very
Yes,
cool.
we quote all the lines. Uh, every year, the whole family gets together and watches it. We have actually moose mugs that we drink eggnog out of. So we go a little bit, I guess, to the extreme on that movie, but
Yeah.
such a classic.
Oh, I love that. It's fantastic.
Yeah. And are you going to fix a big Thanksgiving dinner? Can you cook a big turkey and dressing and the
Well,
whole
I've
works?
got
Or
two shows on Thanksgiving, one in the day and one in the evening. So I'll be giving thanks to people that are listening to music. But
well,
yeah, I'll be
maybe
giving the entertainment.
maybe they will return, feed you a nice Thanksgiving dinner.
Could be cool. I hope so.
Yeah, that would be.
Thanksgiving dinner. Yes.
So see what we're doing. We're putting a hen out there for people when they come out. That you're
Yeah,
giving
you
up.
got to have turkey and cranberry sauce and all of that on Thanksgiving, and you got to have pumpkin pie and pecan pie, and all the pies they have in America.
I like the pumpkin pies. Pecan pies, I'm not too crazy over, but the
Okay.
pumpkin pie, I like
Ooh,
it real.
yum. Pumpkin pie.
My wife's a great cook, and
Huh?
matter of fact, I produce a cooking show for her,
Oh
and
wow.
she cooks all these southern dishes.
Oh, nice, nice,
And
beautiful. Oh,
yeah, she says, but I sound so like a southern hick. I says, you are. You're southern,
that's funny.
but yeah, we look forward for that at this time of the year.
Love
It's
that.
Thanksgiving and all. And
Absolutely.
well, Danny, it's been a pleasure talking with you,
Thank
and I'm going to follow and see what else you come with. I'm going to see if hear a Christmas song or something maybe come out. Who knows?
you. Thank
And
you, Gary, for having me. As
well,
always, thank you for having me.
well,
And thank you for the
it's
sound
my
check
pleasure.
earlier.
Well, we had a perfect sound check. That's all it was.
Sound check.
So, well, Danny, good luck, and
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving or Merry Christmas, but don't see you then. But
Yeah.
if you do sing a Christmas
Thank
song
you.
like that, we got to come back on.
Okay, I will let you know.
All right. You take care now, okay?
You too, and Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to you too.
Alrighty. Okay.
and and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Say hi to Turbo Man for me.
Oh, we have to do that. You have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.